Well, guys, I guess it's time for me to start a saga that I didn't realize what it was until I started explaining it to somebody. Some movies hit us at a certain stage in life, and we stay with it. Weirdly, it just kind of follows us our whole life. For me, that's been the Lion King franchise. So, buckle up because we're going to be dealing with murder, we're going to be dealing with child endangerment, let's say. We're going to be dealing with crime against children. We're going to be dealing with trauma, religious trauma. We're going to be dealing with a lot of abuse and how it stuck with me and how this franchise has stayed with me in the meantime. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm the Indigo Mentat. And crazy shit tends to happen to me. For one, I didn't know all the crazy things that happened before I arrived on this planet. Sorry, my shoes are giving me hell. So, firstly, I came into a family where I was number 8. It was very clear to me that my biological mother was not going to be my mother. We all lived in the same house for a little while until we left Arkansas. But I didn't know all the things that encapsulated my arriving on this planet. So I'm going to tell it in that light of me figuring shit out. So we left Harrison, Arkansas. Don't ever visit. I don't care what they say. I don't care that nice young black man went down there to prove they're not bigots. If you drive into a city and the first thing you see is a sign that says diversity equals white genocide, you don't plant roots. But my family liked it. I didn't know that we left, not just because my grandfather who raised me and my grandmother, but I didn't know that my grandfather had gotten a transfer, but it was also because of the immense crime and the immense scandal that they were trying to hide and move with them. So when I was 3, we picked up roots from Harrison, Arkansas, tiny town at the time. I mean, it was 91, and we went into a little town called Tyler, Texas. I don't care if any of my siblings find me and want to fight me or want to sue me, because I've already met a lot of them on here and they ain't nice, and I'm kind of past that point of giving a damn anymore. So, Tyler, Texas, they're all still there. Except my one sister who believes Harrison is just her calling. Dear woman, but Jesus Christ, that's not where you want to raise children. So when we moved from Harrison to Tyler, Texas, it was the first time I was in a home where I didn't have my 2 older brothers and I didn't have my mother. And my mother had just gotten pregnant again. And she wanted this baby. She made it very clear she did not want me. She was way too young. They lied and told me she was much older than she actually was when she had me. So by this time, I was very insecure. I went from being one of a pack of kids to being the only child in the house. Huge, shift. Well, because of the scandal and because of the insanity that our family had made, my grandparents did everything to keep me under wraps. No. This is our granddaughter. Our daughter just lives down the road. They made it seem like she was just having a hard time. I didn't realize what level of hard time my biological mother was having. And I'm telling you all because she won't let me tell her. In your life, things happen to you. Horrible things happen to you. And you feel like you are the only one who's ever felt it. Even if you go, no, 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 no. I know other people have gone through this before, but not like me. And in a way, that's true. Because you are in different circumstances than anyone else who's been in there. No one has ever been, let's say, sexually assaulted with your parents to deal with afterwards. No one's been sexually assaulted with your mindset, with your personality before. So in a way, it does only happen to you. But again, it's a collective. It happens to everybody, but it happens to everybody differently. And I'm saying this to all the women and men who have been victims of sexual assault. It wasn't your fault. And I hate that my mother won't let me tell her that. I hate that my mother won't let me tell her, I know now, and it wasn't your fault. And you deserved better. But I'll tell you, you are not your circumstances. And however long it takes you to heal, that's your journey. Nobody should tell you it's over, he's put away in jail or she's put away in jail, or you got the abortion, you can just move on. Everybody handles life differently. That's why psychology is so wide and vast. Because you can have identical twins at a dinner table. Identical twins in every way, have their own fucking made-up language. Like my two possible dads did. Get to that later. And still have them turn out to be completely different individuals. Just like my possible dads did. And I say my possible dads because they were identical twins. And you can't really do DNA test on an identical twin. So, and one turned out very different than the other. And I'm telling you, your healing journey is yours. If you're one of those people that has a fucking breakdown like I did and end up in a mental hospital, that's probably what's meant to happen. It's probably what you needed. I was terrified to go into mental hospitals. Terrified. Because of all the horrible experiences I had. Like the last mental hospital I went to, they would let us fight each other for money. They got shut down right after I left. And I was 16 and they put me in with the adults. And I really learned, holy shit, the world is not a kind place. But now that I've gone to a center and really gotten help, not just here throwing meds at a problem, I realize your healing journey is yours. And if you need to take a 12-gauge shotgun and blow up toilets until you feel better, go do it. If you paint it out, if you play a musical instrument, if you just need to scream that shit out, your healing journey is yours. And we're all different, and it's okay. So, my mother was pregnant with her son. I would be me. My brother was her son. I would be the grandchild. I would not be my grandparents' child. It's a very different dynamic than what I had in Harrison. So I was very young, and I see this massive shift. All of a sudden, everybody's gone. I'm not right down the street from my one sister. My one sister went into the Navy. My older brother went into the service. One went to jail. My mother was working her ass off to go through college with a job. And now I was at home with two very disturbed older people. Here we go.